When it comes to camping, few things can test patience quite like setting up a stubborn tent while the sun is dropping and the mosquitoes are clocking in for their night shift. Fantik Outdoor seems to have understood this silent scream from campers everywhere and answered it with their line of instant tents. The Fantik Outdoor Camping Tent brings a near-magical setup process that transforms the first 10 minutes of camp into a highlight, not a headache. The design is simple and genius. The poles are pre-attached, telescoping smoothly into place with the satisfying click of someone finally getting things right. A full setup takes about 2 minutes with a friend's help, or 7 if flying solo and folding corners the wrong way. Either way, no more wrestling with separate poles and cryptic diagrams. Even better, the instructions are sewn right into the bag, a quiet nod to all those who have sacrificed setup guides to the winds. Size-wise, Fantik Outdoor plays fair but realistic. A 6-person version isn't a sardine can. It fits a queen mattress, 2 cot-sized memory foam beds, and even leaves breathing room for a gear bin and backpacks. But like any honest camper knows, 6-person in tent language often means 6-person pileup. For anyone wanting actual comfort, sizing up is the smart move. At least this tent's generous floor space and ceiling height mean no one has to crawl like an extra in a horror movie. Tall campers won't be able to fully stand, apologies to the 6'4" crowd, but sleeping stretched out isn't a problem. The ventilation deserves a standing ovation, or at least a polite slow clap. With mesh windows on all 4 sides, vent flaps near the ground, and an airy ceiling, there's always a soft, breathable feeling inside, even when the rainfly is zipped tight during downpours. And speaking of rain, one group survived 9 straight hours of steady rain in Michigan without a single leak sneaking in. It's hard to oversell how much that boosts trust in a tent's build. There are small touches here that feel surprisingly thoughtful. A durable doormat keeps mud at bay. Mesh pockets on the sidewalls hold glasses and flashlights. A ceiling storage net hangs at the top like a mini attic for phones and wallets, with a handy loop for hanging a lantern. The rainfly's dark fabric and the darker bottom half of the tent material help block light and shadows, a godsend for anyone who doesn't want to wake up at dawn just because the sun feels like flexing. Of course, nothing is perfect, and this tent has its quirks. The zipper, while heavy-duty, has a knack for catching on the rain flap. A design feature meant to keep water out, but occasionally tests patience levels. It's a small trade-off for staying dry, but one worth noting for the easily irritated. And like most mass-market tents, the included stakes are more ceremonial than functional. Serious campers will want to swap them for sturdier screw-in versions to avoid replanting the tent in the middle of the night. The Fantik Outdoor Camping Tent doesn't try to be the ultralight backpacker's dream or a tricked-out glamping suite. It nails what casual and frequent campers actually want: quick setup, solid weather protection, smart use of space, and little features that make outdoor living just a little sweeter. Whether it's a hardcore backwoods escape or a backyard campout under the stars, this tent delivers the kind of reliability and comfort that turns first-time buyers into lifelong fans.